Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, October 12th. We're dealing with the remains of Hurricane Delta in the Mid-Atlantic region with breezy, cool conditions and some additional rainfall. It rained pretty heavily in the overnight hours in much of the Mid-Atlantic region, and that will continue for much of the day, especially across the northern half of the Mid-Atlantic region. Showers linger into tonight in most of the area. And then a weak cold front approaches tomorrow. Partly sunny skies on Tuesday, certainly a little bit warmer than what we'll experience today in the Mid-Atlantic region. A strong cold front does head our way from the central part of Canada across the Great Lakes and into the eastern states at the end of the week, and that will pave the way for quite a chilly weekend in the Mid-Atlantic region and throughout the Great Lakes, Northeast U.S. as well for the middle part of October. Well, the tropical scene in the Atlantic Basin appears to be quieting down now with the demise of Hurricane Delta. Again, we are dealing with some of the remains today in the Mid-Atlantic region with some rainfall, but there's one lonely wave now out in the central part of the Atlantic Ocean, right in this region right here. It has a small chance, a less than 50-50 chance of developing into a named storm, and all indications are the quiet weather pattern that we're seeing right now in the Atlantic Basin should continue. Perhaps the worst is over, the end of the season is near. We'll just have to wait a little bit, but right now this is the only wave out in the central Atlantic. Maybe 20-30% chance that it intensifies enough to become a named storm. But again, as we approach the middle part of October, it looks like a quieter time period in terms of tropical activity for the Atlantic Basin. But here's what's happening now in the Mid-Atlantic region, again with the remains of Delta and kind of a stalled out weak frontal system. Lots of rainfall, and again it was a soaking rain event certainly in the overnight hours, and that soaking rain will continue today in places like Philadelphia, New York City, and up into the southern part of New England. The steadiest rain is over with in D.C. They'll certainly have some lingering showers today into tonight with some drizzle at times. In addition to the rainfall, some breezy and cool conditions. Most of this gets out of here in the overnight hours, and then it'll become partly sunny, a bit warmer on Tuesday. Cannot rule out a shower or two on Tuesday as a weak cold frontal system comes from the northwest to the southeast across the region. Then a couple of nice days, it looks like, for the Mid-Atlantic, for the Northeast U.S. Wednesday and Thursday. Look very nice. High temperatures probably in the 70 to 73 degree range on both days in the I-95 corridor region. Plenty of sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday. Then we'll watch for that strong cold front that arrives at the end of the work week, paving the way for quite a chilly weekend in the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's take a look at last night's operational run of the GFS. First, we'll focus in on the temperature pattern here. 850 millibar temperature anomalies going forward, and we'll see the approach of that chilly air mass for the upcoming weekend. First of all, a little bit above normal in terms of temperatures aloft, but down here at the surface where people live, certainly below normal conditions in places like Philadelphia, New York City, even in D.C. We have a low-level flow out of the northeast that is certainly keeping temperatures cooler than normal at the surface level. This is a couple thousand feet above the surface where it is warmer than normal, but again, a low-level flow keeping conditions below normal. It'll be quite difficult to get out of the 50s in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, places like Philadelphia, New York City, certainly below normal for this time of the year. Let's move forward here. Again, a little bit of sunshine comes our way on Tuesday, and that will boost temperatures here down at the ground level back up several degrees compared to today. But then we'll move forward here and notice what's developing upstream here by Thursday time frame. We have a widespread colder than normal air mass across the northern plains moving into the Great Lakes. Strong cold frontal system right in this region right here on Thursday. Will not produce a heavy rain event, it looks like, in the Mid-Atlantic region, but it will usher in quite a chilly air mass for the upcoming weekend. It starts to turn cooler on Friday, and then noticeably cooler by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, and kind of a reinforcing air mass showing up here in the northern plains by the end of the upcoming weekend. That too pushes to the south and east. So it looks like quite a cool stretch developing on Friday and continuing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday pretty much across the Great Lakes, Northeast, and Mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's now take a look at the surface forecast maps from the 6C operational run of the GFS. Some rain, remaining effects of Hurricane Delta, also supported with strong high pressure to the north and east, and that is producing this low-level flow of east to northeast winds. Certainly at ground level below normal temperatures today in Philly, New York City, even in D.C. with these low-level oceanic winds on the south side of this high pressure system. Let's move forward here. Steadiest, heaviest rain gets out of here this evening, but still can be some occasional showers in the overnight hours, maybe some drizzle at times. Here's the next frontal system that will maybe produce a shower or two, but nothing more than that on Tuesday in the Mid-Atlantic region. It tends to fall apart, really doesn't have much of an impact on temperatures as well. And then Wednesday and Thursday look quite nice throughout much of the eastern states with high pressure in control, high temperatures again in Philly, New York City, D.C., anywhere from 70 to 75 degrees. And then we turn upstream, and here's a strong cold front by Thursday afternoon crossing the Great Lakes. Cold air mass for this time of the year across the southern part of Canada, the northern plains, and all of that moves in. Maybe a shower or two with that strong cold frontal passage at the end of the week, not a heavy rain event, and then it sets the stage for quite a chilly air mass for the upcoming weekend. This is the forecast map here for Saturday morning. Chilly air, below normal for this time of the year. It looks like that chilly stretch will continue on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday across the Great Lakes, Northeast U.S., and the Mid-Atlantic region. So some rain today from the remains of Hurricane Delta in the Mid-Atlantic region. Better weather on Tuesday, maybe a shower or two, and then very nice weather on Wednesday and Thursday. But all that to be followed by a chilly air mass for the upcoming weekend. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.